PCB assembly safety recommendations. PCB assembly safety is critical in PCB, printed circuit board, assembly to protect personnel and the equipment involved in the process. At Answer, we focus on safety and key performance indicators for all our team members since it is an ongoing process. Safety is everyone's concern every day. Here are some safety recommendations used in printed circuit board assembly. 1. Personal protective equipment, PPE. Eye protection. Wear safety goggles or a face shield to protect your eyes from solder splashes, debris, and chemical exposure. Hand protection. Use heat-resistant gloves to handle hot components and soldering equipment. Respiratory protection. If working with solder fumes, use a fume extractor or wear a respirator mask with appropriate filters. Clothing. Avoid loose clothing that can catch on equipment or components, and wear non-flammable, heat-resistant clothing. 2. Proper ventilation. Ensure adequate ventilation in the assembly area to dissipate solder fumes and prevent the accumulation of hazardous gases. Consider using fume extraction systems or local exhaust hoods. 3. Electrical safety. Disconnect power sources and discharge capacitors before working on PCBs to prevent electrical shocks. Inspect power cords and electrical connections for damage or exposed wires. Use grounded outlets and surge protectors to prevent electrical hazards. 4. Chemical safety. Handle soldering flux and cleaning solvents carefully, as they can be irritants or potentially harmful if ingested or inhaled. Store chemicals in properly labeled containers in a well-ventilated area away from heat sources and open flames. Use chemical-resistant gloves and safety goggles when handling chemicals to ensure PCB assembly safety. 5. Soldering safety. Always solder in a well-ventilated area or use fume extraction equipment. Use a soldering iron stand to prevent burns and fires. Avoid inhaling solder fumes. Use a fume extractor if necessary. Be cautious when working with hot soldering irons and soldering stations to prevent burns and fires. Follow these procedures when desoldering or repairing PCB assemblies. 6. Ergonomics. Maintain proper posture and ergonomics to prevent repetitive strain injuries. Use adjustable chairs, workbenches, and ergonomic tools. 7. Handling components. Handle electronic components and PCBs carefully to avoid damage to electrostatic discharge, ESD. Use anti-static mats, wrist straps, and ESD-safe tools. 8. Fire safety. Have fire extinguishers readily available in the assembly area. Keep flammable materials and chemicals away from soldering stations and hot equipment. 9. Training. Ensure that all personnel involved in PCB assembly receive proper training in safety procedures and the correct use of equipment. 10. Emergency procedures. Establish emergency procedures, including first aid protocols and evacuation plans, in case of accidents or fires. 11. Regular maintenance. Keep equipment well maintained and regularly inspected for safety issues or defects. 12. Labeling and documentation. Clearly label hazardous materials, chemicals, and equipment. Maintain up-to-date safety documentation to further PCB assembly safety. 13. Waste disposal. Dispose of hazardous waste, such as used chemicals and damaged PCBs, following local regulations. Remember that safety should always be a top priority in PCB assembly to protect individuals and equipment, prevent accidents, and ensure the quality of the assembled PCBs. Compliance with relevant safety standards and guidelines is crucial. PCB assembly safety, everyone's concern every day. Thanks for watching. For more information, contact us. www.ansurusa.com